All right, folks, buckle up, because you are about to witness a 60-second game of chess that has more twists and turns than a Hollywood thriller. On one side, we have only_strong_ moves with a massive 2,831 rating. On the other, the legend himself, Firouzja 2003, rocking an astronomical 3,265 rating. This is going to be a barn burner. 1. White and C3. Right out of the gate, only_strong_ moves throws a curveball. No standard E4 or D4. He's going for the Vanguard opening. It's a bold choice, basically telling the 3,200 rated player, I play by my own rules. 1. Black and F6. Firouzja is unfazed. He develops a knight. Cool as a cucumber. He's seen it all before. 2. White E4. White transposes back into more familiar territory. The battle for the center is on. 2. Black D5. And Firouzja immediately challenges White's central pawn. This is a Scandinavian defense against an unusual setup. The gloves are off. 3. White E5. White pushes forward, kicking the knight and cramping Black style. An aggressive, space-grabbing move. 3. Black D4. Whoa! Black says, you push, I push harder. This is a stunning counterthrust, immediately putting the question to White's knight on C3. This is pure chaos. 4. White and C2. White is forced to retreat. The knight scoots back, but the position is getting weird fast. The engine thinks White should have just taken knight on F6. 4. Black and FD7. Firouzja repositions his own knight. He's untangling his pieces while White's are a little clumsy. 5. White F4. More aggression from White. He's building a massive pawn wall in the center, trying to suffocate Black. 5. Black G5. And Black starts a fight on the flank. Firouzja is not going to sit back and get squeezed. He's creating counterplay, even if it shatters his own kingside pawn structure. What a gutsy move. 6. White and F3. White develops another piece, eyeing the weak F4 pawn that Black has just created. 6. Black GXF4. Black takes the bait, opening the G-file. This could be a highway for his rook later, or a death trap for his own king. 7. White and XF4. White recaptures, and his knight lands on a beautiful, active square. At this point, White is looking pretty good. 7. Black and C5. Another knight joins the fray for Black, putting pressure on White's center. This is turning into a complex knight and pawn battle. 8. White BC4. Excellent move. White develops the bishop to a killer diagonal, pointing right at Black's potential weaknesses. On the king side, the computer is giving White a solid +2 advantage here. It's looking good for only_strong_ moves. 8. Black E6. A necessary move from Firouzja, blunting the scary bishop and solidifying his pawn structure. 9. White. Oh. White gets his king to safety. All according to plan. The advantage is growing, now over +3. 9. Black BH6. A clever move by Black, challenging White's powerful knight on F4. 10. White D3. White shores up the center, and the evaluation jumps to a whopping +4 for White. It looks like only_strong_ moves is completely outplaying his legendary opponent right now. 10. Black NC6. Firouzja tries to get his pieces coordinated, but he's under immense pressure. 11. White and H5. A fantastic move. White puts the knight on the rim, preparing to launch a devastating attack on the Black king. 11. Black BXC1. Black has to trade off that monster bishop on C4. It's a small victory, but he's still in a world of hurt. 12. White QXC1. White recaptures, and his queen is now perfectly placed to join the attack. The advantage is holding steady at +4.3. 12. Black QE7. The Black queen comes to the defense, trying to hold the position together. 13. White QH6. The White queen dives deep into enemy territory. The pressure is immense. 13. Black KD8. The Black king is literally running for its life. Castling is not an option, so he has to flee to the queen's side on foot. 14, white, Ray 1. And here comes the cavalry. White brings another rook into the game, and the computer's evaluation skyrockets to almost +6. This should be a routine win for white. 14, black, BD7. Black develops his last minor piece, desperately trying to build a fortress around his exposed king. 15, white, Ing 5. Another powerful attacking move. White's pieces are swarming the black king. 15, black, B8. The bishop hurries back to cover the critical F7 square. Firouzja is on the ropes. 16, white, and F6. White's knight lands on F6, a beautiful outpost. It's an octopus controlling key squares everywhere. 16, black, KC8. The king's desperate journey continues. He's almost made it to the corner. 17, white, next 8. White trades knights, simplifying position while maintaining a crushing advantage. 17, black, C8. Black recaptures. The position is still a nightmare for him. 18, white, RxF7. White wins a pawn and rips open position even more. The engine says this is completely winning. 18, black, RG8. Firouzja finds a clever defensive move, putting his rook on an active square and preparing to fight back. 19, white, Ref 1. Doubling the rooks. This looks like the final nail in the coffin. The attack is overwhelming. 19, black, next 5. In a desperate situation, Firouzja finds a brilliant tactical shot. He sacrifices a knight to create chaos and confusion. What a fighter! 20, white, RX87. White takes the knight, and the evaluation is now over +6. Surely, it's all over now. This has to be game, set, and match. Is this the most dominant performance you've ever seen, only for it to get crazier? If you think so, smash that like button and let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Chesstiny for more insane games. 20, black, and XC4. Firouzja grabs a knight back. He's not giving up without a fight. 21, white, DXC4. White recaptures. He's still up material and has a winning attack. 21, black, B6. Creating an escape hatch for the king and preparing to challenge white's control. 22, white, and F7. A slight inaccuracy from white. The knight move is good, but not the best. The advantage is still huge, but is that a tiny glimmer of hope for black? 22, black, QC6. And just like that, Firouzja's queen springs to life, putting pressure on white and creating threats of his own. The advantage for white has been cut in half. 23, white, RF2. Another slight slip. White is getting nervous. You can feel it. He's trying to consolidate, but the position is still incredibly sharp. 23, black, KB7. The black king finally finds a safe, R, square. He survived the hurricane. 24, white, N5. White repositions a knight, attacking the queen. This looks strong. The engine still says white is completely winning at +3.2. 24, black, QE4. Oh, my goodness. What a move. An absolute thunderbolt from Firouzja. In one move, the evaluation flips from +3 for white to -2.6 for black. This is an unbelievable blunder from only strong moves. He completely missed his queen maneuver, which traps the white rook on H7. I am speechless. If your mind is as blown as mine, prove it by hitting that subscribe button for Chesstiny right now. This is chess history. 25, white, and F3. White is in full-blown panic mode. He has to move the knight to defend, but the damage is done. The game has been turned completely on its head. 25, black, Raf 8. Firouzja brings his final rook into the attack. He smells blood in the water. The hunter has become the hunted. What would you do in white's position here? Is there any way to save this? Drop your ideas in the comments and join the Chesstiny community debate. 26, white, Re7. A desperate move. White tries to defend, but it's hopeless. The pieces are tangled. The king is weak, and black's attack is unstoppable. 26, black, RxF3. Lights out. That's the killer blow. Black sacrifices the exchange, but it's a game-winning shot. If White's queen takes the rook, Black's other rook will take the knight on f3 with check, and it's made in a few moves. There is nothing to be done. 0-1, and White resigns. An absolutely incredible, unbelievable turnaround from a -6 disadvantage. Firouzja 2003 weathers a storm, provokes one critical mistake, and pounces like a tiger to win the game. This game is a brutal, beautiful reminder that in chess, it is never over until the king falls. For more roller coaster games that will keep you on the edge of your seat, make sure you're subscribed to Chesstiny. What a fight. What a comeback. That was one of the most incredible blitz games I have ever seen. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to ring that notification bell on the Chesstiny channel, so you never miss another epic chess battle like this one. See you next time.